Hello, have a good day, all of honorable professions. I am Gunasekara. I very much thank to relevant parties to given this opportunity. Today, I am ready to present the impact of buyer-supply relationship on supply chain performance in aviation industry perspective. Co-authors of this research are Professor RENUKA HERATH, University of KELANIYA, and JKPSK Jayasinghe, Sri Lanka Institute of Information Technology. This is my outline of the presentation. Background of the research. Airport and airline relationship is similar to buyer-supply relationship. As well, that relationship need to thrive to each other, and both share a common goal in their businesses. Supply chain management is strategic way to increase company efficiency and easy to achieve the organization goal more effectively. It reason for increase the organization profitability. Supply chain management have more advantages like as minimize non-value-added activities, minimize investment cost and operating cost, increase customer responsiveness and flexibility in supply chain, and enhance the organization performance. Problem statement. Primary objective of this study is determine the impact of buyer-supply relationship on supply chain performance in aviation industry perspective. Currently, no any systematic way to determine or evaluation criteria of collaborative relationship between airport and airlines. Employee perspective of supply chain performance express the current level of the organization services and challenges happening recently. Finally, this study addressed what is the impact of buyer-supply relationship on supply chain performance in aviation industry perspective. Research questions and research objectives. The dominant objective of this study is to investigate the impact of buyer-supply relationship on supply chain performance in aviation industry perspective. Specific objectives of this study are to identify the nature of factors that buyer-supply relationship depends on. Next one is to determine the impact of each identified factor on supply chain performance and to measure the moderation effect of buyer-supply integration on the relationship between buyer-supply relationship and supply chain performance. Research question. What are the nature of factors that buyer-supply relationship depends on? Next one is what is the impact of each identified factor of buyer-supply relationship on the supply chain performance? Last one is what is the moderation effect of buyer-supply integration on the relationship between buyer-supply relationship and supply chain performance? Significance of the study. This study more help to senior management to identify the current situation about the services delivered to airlines. As well, it's supposed to reduce unnecessary inventory, improve planning, develop active and reactive operations, maintain smooth service flows, reduce cost, improve service delivery via healthy open information flow. Literature review. These indicated theories are applied to this study. Trust theory, dependency theory, social exchange theory, transaction cost theory, communication theory, and network theory. As well as these are the key literatures of each identified variables and their relationship. Research philosophy and research design. Positivism philosophy is based on this study. The study adapted the descriptive research design and the study already gathered with quantitative and qualitative data. Population and sampling. Target population of this study is senior level employees are attached to aviation industry. Sample of this study is 97 number of employees according to the Kajasi and Morgan table. Convenient sampling technique we utilize to select the sample. Conceptual framework and hypothesis. According to the conceptual framework, buyer-supply relationship is independent variable. Supply chain performance is dependent variable. Buyer-supply integration is moderating variable. 6 number of hypotheses are built up according to the conceptual framework. Research instrument, data collection and data analysis. Research instrumentation mainly categorized in 4 parts as well. 5-point Likert scale used for measure variables. IBM SPSS 22.0 used for data analysis. Data analysis and findings. Reliability analysis. All Cronbach alpha values of variables are more than 0.7. That says all variables has good and acceptable internal consistency. As well, all variables are following same direction without any drop in variables. Descriptive statistic of variables. All the skewness values of variables are in between +1 and -1. As well, all variables absolute value of curtices is less than 3 times of standard error of curtice. Finally, results representing the data are normally distributed and parametric techniques can be applied. Correlation analysis of variables. Buyer-supplier trust. Buyer-supplier cooperation has weak positive relationship with supply chain performance. Buyer-supplier commitment, buyer-supplier communication, and buyer-supplier integration has strong positive relationship with supply chain performance. Buyer-supplier dependency has weak negative relationship with supply chain performance. Regression analysis of variables. At 95% confidence level, regression ANOVA is highly significant. According to the model summary, multiple correlation is more than 0.7. It says strong joint relationship between buyer-supply relationship and supply chain performance, as well as very low gap between R squared and adjusted R squared. That means no any unnecessary variable in this model. According to the Durbin-Watson value, the residuals are independent and model is appropriate. Individual effect analysis of buyer-supply relationship factors. According to the coefficient table, all variables are highly significant and it concludes H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 hybrids are accepted, as well as variance inflation factor VIF value less than 5 of all variables. That says no multi-correlate issue in this model. Moderator regression analysis. According to the coefficient table, moderator is highly significant. It concludes H6 hypothesis is accepted. According to the scatter plot diagram, can conclude variance of residuals are constant and no heteroscedasticity matter. As per the QQ plot diagram, residuals are distributed very near to the linear line. It indicates the residuals are normally distributed. Conclusion and recommendation. In the general conclusion of the study, strong buyer-supply relationship positively affect to supply chain performance, as well as buyer-supply integration also positively influence to the supply chain performance. Therefore, organizations should aim to establish a strong relationship with buyers for better supply chain performance. Based on the finding, buyer-supply communication and buyer-supply commitment are positively influencing strongly to the supply chain performance. Recommendations. According to the overall results, buyer-supply relationship is positively correlated with supply chain performance in the aviation industry. Also, recommended need strong buyer-supplier relationship to build a strong bond with buyers. Buyer-supply communication is performed the extreme part in the affected to supply chain performance. Also, recommended the effective and smooth buyer-supply communication is must for the enhanced supply chain performance. Thank you very much, all of you.